Hello, I'm Darren Walker, and I serve as president of the Ford Foundation. We've been asked to share with you how we think about grant making and evaluation here at the Ford Foundation. When I was a grantee, there were many challenges that I faced working with funders. One was a lack of transparency. I wasn't always sure what they were evaluating my organization for. The second was the sheer power imbalance that exists between grantees and our grant makers. And what it does is distorts the relationship. And so it's incumbent upon grant makers, philanthropists, to work hard to overcome that imbalance. You can never erase it, but you can work to sincerely, authentically, genuinely engage nonprofits who you fund so that you can get a more honest, frank, and genuine relationship with them. It's that relationship that builds trust, and it's trust that over time allows you to really be a great partner. Not everything that is important can be measured. So if you're working on a vaccine, that's a very different product, that's a very different project than working in the humanities or working for a women's rights initiative. You can actually do a randomized controlled trial on a vaccine. You can't do a randomized controlled trial on the women's rights program. Great philanthropists always take great risks. And that's because doing it the safe way, the easy way, is in many ways a cop-out. The benefit of philanthropy is the flexibility that one has to invest in a spectrum of ideas and innovations that some might think are a little wacky even. And there have been many instances over the history of modern philanthropy where ideas that were somewhat unconventional were moved to the mainstream, in part because a philanthropist made a high-risk investment. Decisions about whether to invest or not to invest need to be made holistically, based upon a number of indicators, including the rigorous data, but also your gut. It's very important to have a long-term view of your work as a philanthropist and your grantee partners. We know that change doesn't happen overnight, not in 1 or 2 year grant-making cycles. Real, demonstrable change requires years of hard work and investments. And so it's important to fortify yourself with the knowledge and the understanding of what it will take to build a sustainable organization that is durable over the long haul. So we thought it might be useful to share with you a video that we've created here at the Ford Foundation on the grant-making process.
Each and every year, the Ford Foundation makes approximately 1,400 grants to organizations all over the world that serve the public good. We fund a broad range of issues, but at the heart of our work is a belief that all people deserve the opportunity to fulfill their potential, contribute to society, and have their voices heard. Our grant-making tackles the systems and structures that keep those opportunities out of reach for many communities. Each of our areas of work, from education to human rights to economic fairness, is overseen by teams of program officers. These teams are experts in their fields with years of experience and deep ties to the communities with which they work.
How do grants get made?
Based on their extensive knowledge of the most pressing issues in their fields, program teams seek out people and organizations with bold ideas and scalable solutions. The teams work with prospective grantees to create grant proposals to support those solutions. Grant applications may also be submitted through the Ford Foundation website. But in a typical year, less than 1% of unsolicited applications receive a grant.
How are proposals reviewed?
Once a proposal is selected for funding, it goes through a thorough review, which ensures we comply with all legal requirements for charitable giving. We hold ourselves to the highest standards of accountability. The Foundation then formally approves the grant and issues an official grant letter.
How are grants monitored?
Through visits, convenings, and written reports, program teams maintain close communication with the people and organizations they support, learning about their progress and challenges. It is a privilege to work on the front lines of social change with these visionary leaders and organizations, and it is our mission to support them transparently and responsibly.